name is Lyse and I am with my colleagues
Merci.
And we are going to share about the 6 menus that we have worked on in this project, Culture Dinner Party, under the goal Confront Culture, and we're also going to share the 3 field logs that we have worked on. So we're going to start with me, and I have worked on the Hawaiian poi, and this is a crop food found in Hawaii, which is made of the taro roots, pounded taro roots mixed with water, and it was invented by the Polynesians who brought that taro crop, and it is of great importance in the Hawaiian culture because it symbolizes unity. This is because the taro means ohana, and ohana means family, so it is believed to bring the family together. That's why it is of great importance in the Hawaii. And it is prepared when it's about to be prepared. They tell girls to tie their hair back and to cut their fingernails and to remove the nail polish just for the hygiene purposes. And this Hawaiian poi is also important because it is related with the god Cain, and this god is described as the life giver, so it also has religious matters attached to it. So do you have any questions about the Hawaii poi?
Yeah, I have one clarifying questions. I would like to know more about how the Hawaii poi brings the unity in the family.
Okay, thank you for the question. As I had said, the Hawaii poi is made of the taro roots, and this taro means ohana, which means ohana is the Hawaiian language, which means family. So the taro bringing in the meaning of family makes the plant bring family together, because as they eat this crop, they remember that they are family, so they stay united because of this crop. Any other question? So if there's no other question, I'm going to talk about the Pennsylvanian Dutch cuisine, and this is a cuisine that was invented by the German people who moved to the USA in the Pennsylvania state, and they moved because of religious persecution. So they invented this cuisine so that they may preserve their culture, even though they were migrants in that city of Pennsylvania. So this cuisine includes, it's also called the 7 sweets and 7 sours because it includes sweets and sours. The sweets includes the fruits which contain the apples, the berries, and the candied watermelon, and the sours include the onions, the cucumbers, and the tomato relish. So this cuisine is mainly for the German people to remind themselves where they have come from, even though they were in that country that was not their own. Do you have any other question?
No, there is no other questions, I think, but it was really good to hear about more about those menus. So
thank you. So you can go on to share with us what you learned.
Thank you. Me, I've worked on Hindu wedding ceremony and Japanese rice. So I'm going to tell you about Hindu wedding ceremony. During the wedding of Hindus, they use rice as their important food in their ceremony. And there are also coconuts. Coconuts are one of the food that are considered to be important in their culture, especially in their wedding ceremony, where it is considered to be, when they use those coconuts, it signifies that that marriage is blessed, and also the symbol of prosperity of the new family that's going to be formed. The rice was a symbol of fertility of the groom and bride, and also as a sign of sustenance. So that's why rice is considered to be the most important food used in Hinduism culture. And also in Hinduism culture, specifically in wedding, they use games. During those games, they use rice again, where both bride and groom throw to each other the rice on the forehead, and the one who throw much or more rice to other show the one who will be dominant in the relationship. So it's like a nice breaker they did during their ceremony, and it is good thing to them, and they enjoy doing that things in their ceremony. And during this Hinduism wedding ceremony, they take food as a gift of God, and that's the main reason why they take food with great respect. So before proceeding with Japanese rice, I may like to ask if there's someone who has a question about it.
I have a question. Is there any other food other than rice served in the wedding? The Hindu wedding?
The other food are used in everyday life, but specifically in wedding they use coconut and rice.
Okay. Also, I have one question about the rice. You said that there is where the wife and husband throw the rice to each other, and then it means the one who is able to flow the more quantity of rice to another is the powerful one. So do you mean that the rice is symbolize the powerful person in the family, or?
Not exactly the powerful, but the fertility of the family. But
Yes.
For me, I think that they're going to show the one who, if the woman is going to be the one who dominates, their children will look like the woman or the man, depending on the parents.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I may continue with Japanese rice. Japanese rice also, they use rice as their important food in their culture, where they take it as the one who is at the one food that every person or Japanese rice is one of the important food considered in Japanese culture. Talking about the tradition and beliefs of Japanese people, they believe that there is field god or god of fields, where they believe that there is a god in their field who protects their crops and make it grow well, and so that they can have the big amount of the harvests, and they believe in it in their culture. And also they used to cook that rice in Japanese rice cooker, and they prefer the rice to be sticky so that they can be able to eat it in the way that they want. And also, if for the Japanese, if you don't have the rice in your stock or in your family or in your everyday life, you considered as almost you have nothing. So that is the main reason why Japanese rice are considered to be the most important food in their everyday life. So if there is question,
I think it's clear. I don't have any questions.
Yes, sir. Me too. I don't have any questions.
thank you. It means that you have understood everything.
Yes.
Thank you. You may follow with the following.
Yes. Allow me to take you into tailgating at football camp. This event begins when some teams started to build their stadium away the homes. So the fans, the fans who were willing to go to the stadium to watch the football game, they have a problem of food. So there's no around the stadium there is no restaurant where you can buy drinks or food. So in that case, some fans started to bring their own food at the stadium and also the drinks. So there is some main foods and the drinks that the fans were supposed to bring to the stadium, where some of them they used to bring the hibachi grapes and also the kura ice, and also they likely bring the hot dogs and also the hamburger. So Actually I was doing this research, I found that most of the fans, they really like to bring a different food, which means that there is no principle on the main food that we're supposed to be there at stadium. I think this was about the targeting at football game, and I would like to have it, to hear about you if you have any questions or any concerns.
I was wondering why you are presenting, if targeting is a game, or I don't know exactly. Is it a name of football game called that?
No, actually targeting, it is not a game. It is an event where the fans, different fans from different teams who are going to play on that exact game, they bring different foods and they put it on the park place where they take those food before the starting of the game. So it means that targeting, it is an event where most of the fans meet and eat and drink. They share different food and drinks.
Thank you. I have also a question. When did this culture originate from? Where?
Yeah, exactly. I think this culture originated in USA. So if you don't have other concerns or any questions, allow me to take you also into transit port lunches. In these transit port lunches, where a social event given by the presenter to begin his status position in the society. I mean the leader of the leader of a family. He or she was the owner to prepare this event. Many times these events were held to make an essential event in his family, like when the child is born, or in the marriage. So there are some foods that are likely to be used in that event, like in Southern Sana, there is the native animals that they really like to use, like fish, where the mostly animal or the fish that they like to use in that event, it is called the salmon, which is very valuable in that event. And also the people in this society, they really consider this salmon as the most valuable food. So and also they use the other food like eggs, also the venison, and also there is the use of berries. And there is one thing that someone or people of this society really like to consider when they say that when you eat this salmon, and they collect all the bones and they throw it in the lake, and they believe that after a certain period of time, those bones will be together, and also there is a reborn of another salmon, the new salmon in that society. So that was the belief of that society. If there is any question or concern, you can ask about port lunches.
I think there's no question, but it was very interesting how they believe that you can put the fish and then got it back.
Yes. So we are going to go on with the similarities and differences that we found in our menus. In the menus that we have worked on, we have found that there are similarities and differences. And mainly the difference that I found is that in each event that we have talked about and the specific foods used in that event, I have found that in the targeting games, we don't have specific food that need to be served at the games. While at other events that we have seen, there were specific foods and the rituals associated with those foods. So that is mainly the difference that I have found. And a similarity that I found is the beliefs about the gods of those cultures. For example, the fish that are thrown in the ocean and they reborn after some time, and the Hawaii poi, how they relate it to the god Cain, who is the creator. Those religious beliefs, I have found that there's also a similarity around that. So if you have any other similarities that you found,
Thank you. And here also I found some similarities about Hinduism culture and Japanese culture, where I found that both culture they use rice as the most important food in their traditions. And the difference is that other similarity is that they have the tradition and beliefs that accompany those foods. The difference is that in Hinduism they use rice specifically in the wedding ceremony, while in Japanese they take it as everyday food, where they say that if you don't have rice, you'll be considered as you have nothing.
I think that is all that we have found. So we are going to proceed with the field log. The field log that I have worked on is the dowry ceremony, which is the first step in the Rwandan culture wedding. I think you're both familiar to that. And the ceremony that I attended, I have found that both families attend that ceremony, the family of the boy and the family of the girl, and it is mainly to ask for the hand of the girl. So the things that I've found interesting is that we're not allowed to see the bride before she is given, before the family gives the permission to the man's family to have the girl as the bride. So I have also found that they were sharing speeches where both families could interact by introducing themselves and members of their family to get to know each other better. And then they shared drinks, mainly one drink which is called the banana beer. It's called Ubagwa in Kinyarwanda language, and that drink was shared in the same calabash with the same straw, where two representatives of both families come to share in the middle in the same calabash to drink that banana beer. And I have also seen that in that event, the family, after the family of the girl accepted that they could get the girl as the bride, they give cows as a sign of appreciation. So I asked questions to get to know more about that event. I asked why they shared that banana beer in one calabash, and they told me that it's a sign of unity, and that if the families drink from the same calabash with the same straw, it shows that they have started building a strong relationship as they're going to be living together. And I also asked why there were no food served, because I saw that there were only drinks, and they told me that it is an abomination to eat in the dowry ceremony because the families barely know each other, so all they do is share the drinks. Yeah, I think that is all. Do you have any question?
I think there's no questions.
So Merci can share with us your feedback.
Thank you, Liz. For me also I worked on naming a baby, which is known as Kujya Bunyano in Kinyarwanda, where it is the ceremony of giving name to the newborn. It is the ceremony which attend mostly the children and the parents, the old people, but it is mainly the children ceremony, where they bring the food to the children, sitting together in a cycle, and the children eating together. And during when they are eating, I see those children are eating in a hurry, and I ask why those children are like in competition, why they are eating, and they told me that they are shown that they are courageous, and what they do, they have the courage to do different things with all the illness that they have. And also, when they finish those foods, they start crying. We are not satisfied. And it was like those students are not, they don't have the good behavior. And when I asked, they told me that it is it is in their culture to show the parents that they have the responsibility to take care of them and make sure that they give them all the necessary needs so that they can be satisfied. After all, they give them another plate of food and they eat as normal without carrying, and they start laughing and singing of happiness. And I found that this is the main reason why they are they are crying. And other question I asked during that ceremony is why are those names are given by the children? Why not the old people? And they told me that in the Rwandan culture, the children are taken as angels. They don't have many sins, so they want to give the name to the new person so that they can grow in good spirit. So it's all about that culture. And one thing that's interesting is that when the children guess or give the name exactly to the ones that the parent of the newborn decide to give to their newborn, that children will be rewarded. And this encourages students, not the children, to participate in the ceremony and try their best to find out the best name that can name the children. So the question or reflection we have.
Yes, I have like one question about that event. So I would like to know if that event still happen in Rwandan culture.
This event still happen, but not as the same as the past period, because there is development of modern technologies. So some people are still practicing it, but others not.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Merci. And I worked on milk, which is called amata in Kinyarwanda. And the amata or milk has a different importance in Rwandan culture, in the ceremony, where the Rwandan people take the milk as the suitable health and prosperity. And also I conducted research and I met with different people, and I asked like 2 questions where I asked what is the importance of milk in Rwandan culture. So this question I got the response of these questions where an old man told me that in the Rwandan culture they like to give milk to the children by in order to grow in a good situation, to having health, and they also they use the milk in the ceremonies because it is a valuable drink in Rwandan culture. And also I asked the second question where I asked where and the way how milk is used, and also he answered me that it is used commonly in the local families where the parents like to give the milk to the children, and also in the ceremony like weddings and other ceremonies. Yeah, so that's all about the milk in Rwandan culture. If you have any questions or concerns, you can ask.
So I have a question. What about those people who don't drink milk in the ceremony? What the traceable drink they give to them?
If it is in the ceremony, you know that it is not only one drink in that ceremony. So when you don't like to, you don't take the milk. Actually, you don't have to refuse it. Just you take it and you say just like a thanks, and then you give it back to the servant who gave it to you, and you say what you drink. They just bring the other drink that you like.
Thank you very much. I think it was interesting to hear about the importance of milk, and you know the treasures that Rwanda has about the cows, and since the milk is from the cows, then it has a treasures what it gives to. So it was great to have this discussion with you, and I think we have learned a lot. So thank you for following us.
Thank you.
Thank you.